We'll have a disaster.
It looks kind of spindly. So your book is at the top of the bestseller list. You're a hit with the literary set.
That's right. Most electrifying author now.
Wow.
So it's been great. It's fantastic.
Who's saying that?
The Rock says.
Oh, okay. Which is also the name of the book. Right. Now, you refer to yourself in the third person when you're The Rock, kind of like Bob Dole?
That's right. That's right. Only better looking than Bob Dole, though. So, but yeah.
But he's got a great personality.
That he does. He does. I got to give him that much. Yeah, the character of The Rock refers to himself in the third person, very arrogant and over the edge in terms of a lot of things actually on the show. So, it's the character's really blown up in terms of popularity and appeal.
Well, yeah, I'm curious about that because I understand when you first started out, you were what they call a baby face, which is a good guy,
right?
And you became a heel, which is more of a bad guy,
right?
Although the bad guys still have some good traits, and the good guys still have some bad traits.
What's funny, you know, in our industry now, it's taken such an attitudinal turn, and there's such a gray area of what's a good guy and what's a bad guy, heel or baby face. The character of The Rock, there's a lot of idiosyncrasies there that are very traits of a heel. Most electrifying move in sports entertainment, the people's elbow.
That was the people's elbow right there?
That was the people's elbow. Sure.
You could win a People's Choice Award for that. You never know. Now, you look like a rock, so I certainly understand the name. But your given name, as I understand it, does anybody know his given name? Dwayne what? Hardcore wrestling fans in the corner? Dwayne Johnson, very good. Johnny, tell them what they've won. Sorry, we're out of turtle wax, but how did you come up with this character of The Rock in the first place?
Well, it was kind of a collective group effort to come up with, it was originally Rocky Maivia, and we just kind of shortened it to The Rock. So really, that was really about it.
And wrestling is in your blood. Tell us about your family history.
It is. My grandfather actually worked for the same company, Vince McMahon's dad, Vince Sr. in the 70s. My dad worked for Vince. That's my grandfather right there. That's in Madison Square Garden. My dad, there he is right there, Rocky Johnson. He wrestled in the 80s with the same company. And here I am, 90s.
That's right. I think we have a picture of you with them back when you were the Little Rock. Although you... Look at that! Who knew? Now, you were probably about 5 minutes old at this moment, right?
That's right. Fresh out of the womb at that time.
You were too big for the womb. Too hip for the womb. Anyway, you are quite the family man, however, as I understand it. Now, your wife's name is Danny.
Her name is Danny, yeah.
And she's a suit.
She is, yeah. She's done great. She's Associate Vice President for Merrill Lynch. She's done fantastic with us. I'm very proud of her. She's a real rock of the family, no doubt.
She should work for Prudential and she could have a piece of the rock.
Oh, she has a big piece of the rock already.
Well, actually, she has the whole rock, so what am I saying? Now, is that a little, I mean, I can tell. Obviously, you seem like a very down-to-earth, smart, regular guy, and you don't make any, you don't have any pretense about being a separate persona from The Rock, the character. You don't try to smudge that line and pretend you're that guy all the time.
No, not at all. No, it's, you know, someone once told me it's nice to be important. It's even more important to be nice. And at home, I certainly don't say, you know, hey, The Rock says make him a sandwich, woman. You know.
What would your wife say if you said that?
Well, number one, I'd be on the couch, and number two, she'd lay the smack down on me, so to speak.
So how did you hook up with such a regular 9-to-5 sounding person?
Well, you know, obviously there's a true juxtaposition there. With Danny and I, we were in college at a bar, and she was 22, senior. I was a freshman, 18. Here I am trying to convince this woman that I'm the one for you, although I'm 18 years old. So fortunately, she said okay, and we went out a couple of times. And after that, she was just wooed by The Rock's aura. And that was it.
Yeah, I bet. Now, what's next for you? I understand you've got a budding acting career?
I'd like to do that. Very interested in doing that. Serious acting. We have The Voyager coming up. I did that.
Star Trek Voyager?
Star Trek Voyager, yeah. That should be really good.
Now, are you an alien here, or what are you?
I believe I'm a Pandari alien.
You look Pandari to me, doesn't he? Isn't he convincing as a Pandari? So he just has a little forehead thing going on, but you've got normal ears and everything else.
Sure.
So you're like a gladiator there or something?
Yeah, and I wind up giving 7 of 9 the rock bottom in it, so wound up doing pretty well. But yeah, that's something I'd love to do afterwards, down the line.
You could do a cameo on Third Rock. Hey, look, I've got certain rock puns, and I have to use them all up here today. When am I going to get my next chance? Before we go, you're going to show me one little move.
That's right.
It's not a dangerous one because it just involves the people's eyebrow, right?
It involves the most electrifying eyebrow in North America.
Which is your left or your right one?
It's the right eyebrow,
okay.
And running a close second is Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
And it's the people's eyebrow.
Ouch! I shouldn't even attempt this, but what the hey, I'm foolish. Let's get a close-up on camera 3. See if I can isolate the proper muscle group. Oh, I'm doing the wrong brow.
That's okay.
I'm doing the wrong brow, aren't I?
Almost there, though.
That's hard. It's hard. I need training wheels. Anyway, The Rock, thank you so much. Best of luck with the book.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Ouch!
Thank you.
All right! We don't disappoint. Now we'll be
The Great One's new autobiography, The Rock says, is #1 on the prestigious New York Times bestseller list. And The Rock has never been in more demand, appearing just about everywhere you can imagine, including a special stop at MTV.
Today, The Rock says he's taken over, and The Rock says he's going to lay it to smack it down on TRL and give the people the videos they want to see. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, it's TRL.
Well, The Rock was here at MTV today in Times Square hosting Total Request Live for 1 hour. It was a fantastic time. There were millions and millions of The Rock's fans watching live and thousands of The Rock's fans out there in Times Square. It's 10 a.m. this morning, so, you know, naturally, as always, The Rock appreciates that. The people's champion appreciates the people.
Put your hands together and start making some noise for the people's champion. Straight out of Miami, Florida, I give you The Rock! Yes, man! The Rock is cooking.
Well, they chose The Rock because The Rock is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. The Rock has got that crossover appeal. He brings literally millions and millions of The Rock's fans to the table. The Rock's got a full plate, but he could always make room.
Finally, The Rock has come back to
Well, after The Rock's performance, they're probably going to ask The Rock back right now to replace Carson Daly, but The Rock's schedule's just too busy.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2,
roll cue. Correct theta.
What's your question?
I was wondering what music you're going to listen to get pumped up for the Royal Rumble.
Well, The Rock says this, Jessica. This Sunday, Royal Rumble live on pay-per-view right here in New York City. The Rock says this. He's going to listen to some Jay-Z, some DMX, some Dub C. And of course, no doubt, Dr. Dre. And this Sunday, The Rock guarantees to lay the smack down on all their candy.
The Rock would rate his performance on a scale of 1 to 10. The Rock's being a little humble, probably 82.
Now, Kurt is here with the news right now. And The Rock will tell you what's news is The Rock hosting TRL.
I love that referring to yourself in the third person. I wish I could do that. Thank you for not hurting me.
To sum up the experience The Rock had here at MTV hosting Total Request Live was, again, first-class production all the way. I would definitely love to do it again. And, you know, just to be here and, you know, with the energy that the audience had here.
And The Rock says this, the People's VJ is counting down your top 10 requests for the millions of Rock's fans. Now, right now, we've got someone on the phone. What's your name?
My name is
it doesn't matter what your name is.
Simply electrifying, and definitely MTV and Total Request Live smelled what The Rock was cooking.
The Rock also one of 4 WWF superstars selected to pose in presidential-type poses and appear on the cover of next week's TV Guide. The issues won't be available till tomorrow, but here's a look at how the final photos come out. Can you imagine the WWF in the White House? Capitol Hill would never be the same. But again, what an honor for the WWF, gracing the cover of another popular magazine. Still to come, The Rock Sheen enters the fray. Seeing his chance to put a hurting on all 3 superstars, Triple H makes this mega announcement.
The 3 of you will compete tonight in the first ever triple threat over the top rope.
The Got Milk campaign. And here's an inside look at The Rock's photo shoot.
The Rock says it feels great to be in a Got Milk ad campaign.
There you go, right there. 1, 2, 3. Great.
The people who've done this ad have been pretty good, but at the same time, there ain't nobody. And The Rock means nobody like The Rock. Cal Ripken, Steve Young, the list goes on and on and on. But again, the People's Champ has never done it up until now. It's the People's Milk Mustache. It's going to be one hell of a shot. I look forward to it. Who has Cal Ripken ever beat? The concept of the shoot is to get The Rock in all his glory with his $500 silk shirts, his Rolex, his custom-made Rolex, and the whole 9 yards. And of course, added the milk mustache on top. The People's Milk Mustache is what it's called. Rock's on the diet. Well, the milk mustache feels pretty good on the people's lip. It's quite tasty, The Rock says. It's got some cream. Well, actually, The Rock can't divulge what is in that right now. It's highly secretive. But just take The Rock's word for it. It tastes pretty damn good. And no, it's not glue and it's not makeup. It's pretty legit. It's the shoot stuff.
Turn your shoulders a little bit more. That's good. Like that.
Rock drinks milk all the time. Yeah, how do you think The Rock got his big bones, big body, good looks, nice teeth? Milk does the body good. The Rock does the body good. Do you want to see more of this? The shoot went fantastic. Everything went fine. There was no crying over spilt milk today.
Here's how the finished product comes out, and you can receive your very own poster of The Rock Got Milk photo. Just log on to WWF.com.